twinkle, deuces, flash. Any card can win the cash on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
That was the worst poem I've ever heard. Welcome to Card Sharks, the game of decision. Aces, twinkle, deuces, fly. Gene Wood, you are getting so bad. It's nice to have you back here with us. We're in the middle of an exciting match, so let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Ann, if you will, start loading in the cards, please. You can see we have a game in progress with these fine Card Sharks. Hello there, Jackie Davis.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Our champion, remind us a little about yourself.
Well, my name is Jackie Davis. I teach high school English and drama, and we just recently put on a production of The Hobbit that was successful.
That's terrific. Now, you're a big winner. You've won $10,400 in cash so far.
Yeah.
That's nice. My spies tell me that your family took you out and celebrated. What happened?
They took me fishing for the very, very first time in my life.
Isn't that
and
nice?
they tell me that since it was my first time, I would have beginner's luck, and we would eat what I caught.
Terrific. What'd you have for dinner?
Hamburger.
That's what I thought. I love you back, Jackie. Our challenger, Karen Williamson. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
And again, would you remind us about yourself?
Okay, I live in Orange County. I work for a mortgage broker, and I enjoy racquetball and sailing, and I have one little boy, 7.
Oh, terrific. He must keep you busy, right?
Oh, he does, believe me.
Good. Well, good luck in the match to both of you. Now, we play the best 2 out of 3, and as we left off last time, Karen is leading 1-0. So, Jackie, the pressure's on. Good luck.
Yes.
And each player has their own deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go in the air. The upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion, Jackie. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by the challenger, Karen. And here's where we stand. Each player needs 2 cards. Jackie has a 9 as her base card, and Karen has a jack, and we are at sudden death. Someone has to win on the next play of the cards. And all of our questions are based on a poll of 100 people. And as we left off, the question goes to you, Jackie, and it is the last question in the game. We asked 100 women, do you think it's a sin for a woman to have a child out of wedlock? How many women said it is a sin?
Well, I think that the morals of our nation have really been loosening up quite a bit, and I think that the number of women who would think that it's a sin has dropped substantially, and I'm going to say 35.
35 out of 100 women think it's a sin to have a child out of wedlock. Karen, higher or lower?
Well, it's very difficult to raise a child on your own, so I'll think a little bit higher.
You say higher than
A
that?
little bit higher.
If it is higher, Karen, you go to the board first. If not, it'll be Jackie. And control is very important now. The actual number of women who believe it is a sin to have a child out of wedlock is 32. It's not higher. Jackie. Jackie, wow. Yes, you may have been right about the changes in the morals. Now listen carefully. It's sudden death, Jackie. You have a 9. You won the question. You have the right to change that 9 and try to turn these 2 cards over. But if you make a mistake, Karen wins the game. However, you've got control. You can force Karen to play off the jack, which she cannot change. She would have to turn these 2 cards over successfully. You need this game to tie the match. Your decision. You want to play it or pass it?
Wow. I think that her base card is a little too good to pass it to her. I'm going to try to play this one myself, and I'd like to change my base.
All right, here's the next card off the top of your deck. It is a queen.
All right.
You need both of them, Jackie.
Okay, the next card is going to be lower.
Lower than a queen. It's a 7. It's still in it. One more.
All right. I've got to go with the odds and say that the next one is going to be higher.
Not that good a card, but she says high. If this is higher, we've got a tie match. If not, we have a new champion. No, it is not higher. We have a new champion. Karen, congratulations. Congratulations. That 7 came up at a bad time for you, Jackie. But you're leaving us with $10,400. You're a fine champion.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here, Jackie. Karen, come on down here. Congratulations.
Thank you. I can't believe it. I thought you had it.
No, you were doing good, and I hope you do good with the money cards that should be coming up right after this. Good, good.
For everyone who shouted the correct answer, For everyone who didn't draw a blank.
Bent. Crooked.
For everyone who picked the right card. Wow! Here's your chance to play along. All over again.
Are you having as much fun as we are?
Daytime Buzz, today starting at 10. Only on Buzzer. Let's play.
And we're back with our champion, Karen Williamson. Again, congratulations, Karen.
Thank you. Thank you.
You all set?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
And let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on over here, Karen. Get comfortable and ready. Now, you know how we do it. At $100 a game, you won $200 in the match. That's yours to keep. Now we're going to give you new money to play with, and this time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line with $200. Bet that as you will with these 3 cards. When you move to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money. And again, it's your decision how you bet them. $50 minimum bets until you get to that top card, the big bet. There you must bet at least half the money. A lot of money up there. Take it away,
Okay,
Karen. Here's $200.
Okay.
As in the game, a choice of 2 base cards, starting with a 6.
Oh,
What do you think? You
I
wanna
think
play
I'll
that?
change it.
All right, you've got to play this one. Oh, it's an 8.
Oh.
Ooh, tough card to start with, but let's
Okay.
make it work for you now.
Okay,
$200 and an 8.
Sure. I'm going to go 100 lower.
$100 right off the bat,
Yeah.
half the money.
I'm confident.
All right. Lower than an 8 for $100. Oh, no, it's an 8. But you've got $100
That's a good
and an
card.
ace.
Right. All of it lower.
Now you've got to go with all of it. Lower than an ace, $100. It's a 5. Now you've got $200.
Okay. 150 higher.
You're a big bettor, Karen.
Yeah, I am.
$150 higher than a 5. Oh, it's a 6, a little bit higher.
All right.
You're up to $350 with the 6. Now we move up and add the other $200 of betting money. Karen, you've got $550 and a 6.
Okay. 300 higher.
Again, a very big bet. $300 higher than a 6. Oh, you did it again. $850, and again we're looking at a pretty tough card.
How about 300 lower?
$300 on a 9. I hope you're right, Karen.
Oh, it will be.
$300 lower than a 9. It's a 7. You have had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With the exception of the ace, some of the worst cards I've ever seen. You're making them work, Karen. What do you want to do here?
150 higher.
$150 higher than a 7. An ace! Oh, great time for it. $1,300 and an ace. You must bet at least half, $650. You can bet more. What you gonna be?
Okay, all of it lower.
All
All of it lower.
You will have absolutely nothing, or $2,600 if this is lower than an ace. It is! Great comeback! Congratulations! Come on down here. That's terrific. You're a gambler.
I am. I go to Vegas quite often.
We'll meet a new challenger for Karen right after we take time out for this commercial message. Great job. You're a terrible card.
What do we have behind that curtain?
Beautiful modern furniture.
Beautiful patio furniture. Open up the curtain and show her what's back there. You have a beautiful set.
Let's make a deal. Furnishing the fun. Tonight at 8 on Buzzer. Let's play.
Let's meet a new challenger. Janice, if you will, load in the cards. 2 brand new decks of cards as we meet our next player on Card Sharks. Lee Maddox. Hello, Lee. Welcome.
Jim, nice to meet you.
Nice to have you here. Tell us about yourself.
Well, Jim, I'm a pre-med student at the University of Utah, and I live in San Clemente, and I recently...
You must be the most famous person in San Clemente, Lee, being a pre-med student.
Second most famous. And I recently became the youngest Life Master in Bridge in Southern California.
Congratulations. I love Bridge. That's a great game.
Thank you.
Tell me something. Do you run across your neighbor, Mr. Nixon, in San Clemente?
Yeah, I ate dinner at his house, in fact.
Terrific.
About last summer. I was with a Foreign Study League program.
Oh, well, look at that. Some people you'd say no to dinner with an ex-president? Really?
He's a great guy.
Well, let's not get into politics now, Lee. Nice to have you here. Good luck in the match. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards, while Karen, the champion, plays the red cards, the upper cards. Karen, the first question to you. We asked 100 married women in a previous studio audience, if a bully picked a fight with your husband at a bar, which would impress you more? If he talked his way out of it or punched his way out of it? How many women said they'd be more impressed if their husband talked his way out of it?
Oh, I think women are impressed with violence that much. I'd say if they talk their way out of it.
How many said they...
I'd say 75.
She says that 75 out of the 100 women would be much more impressed if the husband talked his way out of a fight rather than punched his way out of it. Lee, what do you think? Higher or lower?
That's a good answer. I'm going to go lower than that, Jim.
You say lower?
Yeah, I think...
We have a demonstrative audience. That's nice. The actual number of married women who would be more impressed by their husband talking his way out of a fight is 85, not lower. Karen, you got it. And Karen, we'll take a look at your base card. It is a 5. If you want to play it or keep changing.
I think I'll play with that. Now, next one higher.
Higher than a 5. It's a queen. It is higher. Remember, you can freeze or continue.
I'll go on lower.
Risking that card in this one. Lower than a queen. It is a 6.
Okay, next one higher.
And again, taking the risk. Higher than a 6. Oh, it's another 6. It's not higher, and you lose all 3 of them, giving Lee a free chance at his cards. And his base card is a 5. Can't change it, Lee. You've got to play it. Call this.
I'm going to go higher, Jim.
Higher than a 5.
Right.
It's a king.
Lower than the king.
Lower than a king. It's a 7.
I'm gonna go higher than the 7.
You're gonna go.
I'm not gonna freeze. I'm gonna go higher. I'm gonna take a chance.
Taking a risk with a middle card there. Higher than a 7.
Oh.
No, couldn't do it. It's not higher. Janice will fill in the spaces, please, as no one could advance. And the question goes to you, Lee. Our man on the street traveled all the way to Rome, Italy for the next question.
Rome.
How do you get to be the man on the street? What are we doing? Our roving man on the street asked 100 Italian men in Rome, would you consider marrying a woman just for her money? How many Italian men said yes?
Italians are really interested. Oh, God.
They're really interested in what, Lee?
Both.
What do you think? Just for their money. How many Italian men?
I'm going to say 30.
30. 30 out of 100 Italian men would consider marrying a woman just for her money. Karen, higher or lower?
I think they're a little bit more romantic than that. But I think lower. I do.
You're lower. You think they're more romantic?
Yeah.
The actual number of Italian men who would consider marrying a woman just for her money is 22. It's lower. Karen. Well, Karen, you can change this 5 now if you'd like.
I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh, no, it's not higher right away. A 2. Lee, play up the 5 and call this.
I'm going to try higher also. Go with the
higher
odds.
than a 5. It is a big ace.
Good card. Good card. Lower than the ace. Lower than the ace.
Oh, good card, a queen.
Lower than the queen.
Lower than a queen. A 10.
I'm going to go on, and it's going to be lower than the 10.
You're going to risk them all.
Yes.
If this is lower than a 10, you have the first game of the match. If not, you lose all 4 cards. For the first game, it's a 2. It's lower, and you won it.
Right.
Congratulations, Lee.
Thank you.
Janice will clear the board and get set for the next game. Good win there. And every card got a little bit harder for you to do there, Lee. Karen, pressure's on now. You need this. Janice is filling in the next cards, if you will. Same 2 decks of cards right off the top. Karen, question to you. We asked 100 California men. There's a stripper. Wait to hear the question. There's a stripper in San Francisco who boasts of a 50-inch bust. Does the thought of this turn you on or turn you off? How many men said a 50-inch bust turns them on?
I don't think I should judge by the audience. I think that's big. I think only 40.
You say 40.
Yeah.
She says 40 out of 100 men are turned on by that 50-inch busted stripper in San Francisco.
I know I sure would, and I'm going to go lower than that.
You say
I
lower.
say it's even lower than that.
Even lower. You think, now you're in favor of it, but you say lower. You think most men...
No, I'm not in favor of it.
Oh, well, the question is, how many men said a 50-inch bust turns them on?
Right.
And you think less than... Okay, now that we've clarified it. I also should clarify her act. She's got a wonderful act. She falls down on the stage and tries to get up.
You see her.
The actual number of nearsighted men who are turned on by a 50-inch bust is 32. It's lower, Lee. You got it. All right, Lee. And your base card is a 2.
All right, I'm going to keep
card.
that and go higher than the 2.
Higher than a 2. Big ace.
Lower than the ace. Lower than the
Lower
ace.
than an ace. A 7.
I'm going to freeze.
Now we'll freeze. We'll move the freeze bar over. Can't take those cards away from you. You need just 2 to become the new champion. Lee, the question to you. We surveyed 100 millionaires across the country and asked them, now honestly, would you object if your daughter wanted to marry someone who was poor? How many millionaires said they would object?
Wow. Gee, I don't think that many would object. I'm going to say 35.
35 would object.
35.
Karen, higher or lower?
Oh, I think they're pretty accustomed to the lifestyle. I say higher.
Say higher than that. The actual number of millionaires who would object if their daughter wanted to marry someone poor is 6. Not higher, Lee.
I'm going to change that base card.
And now you can change it to a 9. You've got to play that one and call this.
I'm going to go lower than the 9.
Lower than a 9. It is a 4.
All right, I'm going to play on and say the next card's going to be higher than the 4.
This is higher. We have a new champion on Card Sharks. It is the King. It's higher. And you've done it. Congratulations, Lee.
Thank you.
Karen, you're leaving us with $2,800. You're a fine champion. Thank you, Karen. Lee, come on down here with me. And we'll get ready with the money cards right after we take time out for this. Good job. Good job.
Can you imagine TV without the deal of the day? The winning match.
Hi.
Well, maybe you can imagine it, but why would you want to? Primetime Buzz. TV just wouldn't be the same without it. Tonight, starting at 8, only on Buzzer. Let's play.
And Lee Maddox, again, our congratulations on a good win.
Thank you, Jim.
You said you didn't think you're going to win one.
Ooh, I was having my second thoughts there for a while.
All right, let's tear it up now with the money cards. Let's move right on over there and get set up there for the money cards. And here they come. You know how we do it. Starting with the $200 on the bottom line, 200 more on the upper level, 7 cards in all, and over $28,000 up there if you can do it. Ready?
Sure.
Here's $200. And the choice of the 2 base cards starting with a 5. Want to play that or change it? Kind of a tricky card.
I'm going to change the 5.
We'll try to get a better card. Oh, same thing, another 5. Okay. It was destined you were going to play a 5. $200 and a 5, Lee. What's your bet here?
I'm going to bet... I'm going to bet 200 that it's going to be higher.
Right away, all of it.
Right, I'm going all of
right.
it.
$200. Higher than a 5. Yeah, it's a 9. $400 now and a 9.
Okay, I'm going to bet $100 that it's going to be lower than the 9.
$100. Lower than a 9. It is. It's a 6. $500 with a 6. It's your money, not theirs, Lee.
Okay, I'm going to bet $200 that it's going to be higher than the 6.
Big bet. $200. Higher than a 6. It is an 8. Bad cards, but you played them beautifully. $700. Up goes the 8. We had the other $200. Lee, you've got $900 and an 8.
Okay, I'm going to bet $50 $100 that the next card is going to be higher than the 8. $100.
Why did you change it from 50 to 100?
I want to bet in $100 increments.
Okay. And you say higher.
Yeah, higher than the 8.
Blue card's gone there. Higher than an 8 for $100? Yeah, it's a 9.
Nice card.
Again, look at those cards, but you got $1,000 out of them, Lee.
I'm going to bet $200 that the next card is going to be lower than the 9.
$200 lower than a 9. And a 2. Now we got a good card at $1,200, Lee.
I'm going to bet $1,200 that the next card is going to be higher. Higher than the 2. Higher than the 2.
$1,200 higher. Yeah, 4, and you're up to $2,400. And you've got a good card for the big bet, Lee. You must bet at least $1,200. You can bet more. $2,400, what's your big bet?
I'm going to bet $2,400 that the next card is going to be higher than the 4.
Everything higher than a 4. Everything higher, and it is! $4,800! Congratulations! That was a gutsy bet. Come on down here. A gutsy bet. You've got $5,000, Dolly.
Oh, God, I just bought it.
We'll be right back. Right after this, don't go away.
Up next, contestants try to match wits with insane celebrities while Gene Rayburn tries to control it all on a buzzer double play of Match Game. Next, stay tuned.
This gutsy champion will meet a new challenger next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive Whirlpool's electric range with self-cleaning oven, lift-up spill guard top, and full-width black glass panoramic door furnished by Whirlpool Corporation. And some of our contestants will receive from Gallery of Homes, a book on home improvements. Gallery of Homes Brokers. If you're selling or buying a home, you'll find they do their homework. And Cool Ray fashionable sunglasses that win admiring stares while protecting from annoying glare. 86 eye-catching styles. See what you're missing with Cool Ray polarized sunglasses. And Whammo, turn off the heat and turn on slip and slide. 25 feet of cool, slippery sliding water fun from Whammo. And Eureka's new ESP extra suction power vacuum. 50% more power, more beating, brushing, and cleaning action. 6-way height adjustment Eureka. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.